Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Double Thought Show. We have some very interesting topics to discuss today. Before we do so, remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already and the notification bell, of course, so you stay up to date when we drop new videos as well, guys, or at least also, guys. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, comment, and let us know your thoughts and opinions on the topics we discussed today, and share the video with your friends, your family, and your enemies. A very interesting show for you guys today. It's been a very bless, blessful. Is that a word? Week. Is that a word? It was a blessed week. Is what I want to say. With a lot of topics, blessed for us. A lot of things to dissect.
I don't think it's
To
best for the people we're talking about, but okay.
well, it depends. I mean, we talk about it for us for the see what we can learn. We're young guys, so we
Yeah,
need to
we
learn
can learn
how to
always. That is
prepare
true.
yourself for what's to come. So we're gonna talk about Joe Smith and his wife, the whole saga going on. We're gonna talk about Bill Burr's wife. Bill Burr, by the way, KR, one of my favorite comedians. But his wife was flipping former President Trump during a UFC fight. And we're gonna close it off with Darius Jackson. That whole story took a flip. If we have some times, we might have other wild topics to discuss. One of them I know KR wants to talk about. So let's see how fast we go through the today's show. KR, that being said, we heard the Joe Smith story about the
Yeah.
wife.
Covered
Joe
it.
Smith. What did you say?
We covered it.
We covered it, yeah, in the
Yeah.
previous show, last week's show.
Was it last
How
week
Joe,
already? Yeah, it
I
was.
think it was last week, yeah, and Joe Smith, who basically discovered a OnlyFans page of his wife. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
she had it for a year. And for those of you who don't know, and for you, okay, I mean, uh, his wife did some adult content in the past, and afterwards
What
was
do I
like,
know? Let's do it like I'm consuming her content.
didn't say you were, but now I'm starting to think you did. And the he was well, when they got together, she wasn't doing it anymore, as I understand, at least according to her. Joe Smith was back then top first round pick, or at least first overall pick in the NBA draft. Had a 12-year career or something, and then I guess Joe Smith wasn't able to provide anymore as he could have. And what is there
You're
underline?
breaking something because he was back then before they were together. So before he retired, he was with someone else. And then after he retired, it seemed like it wasn't going financially as well, and he broke up with the other female, and then he got together with her. So the way she describes the situation, he was already down and out when they
Yeah,
met each other.
yeah.
He was
But
scraping the bottom.
was she also scraping the bottom?
Well,
Because she was stating that that he can't provide anymore. So that makes me think that
according
he
to her,
used to.
well, so she wasn't. Well, his bottom is of course probably her top, but okay. Uh, she was, according to her, having a pretty good career in Germany as a singer, opening up for acts. Then they got together, and now we're here. Now
Yeah.
we're here.
How long were they together?
Couple of years, not exact. I don't
Yeah.
know exactly how much.
Okay. Well,
But not continue. You can.
so we covered that last time.
Yeah. Also, what I said last time, I tried an alternative angle. I tried to maybe have hope. And I have to admit, I was hoping too much. Hope is not a strategy, guys.
Yeah, because last week, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said that the
What I said was, I can describe it. What I said was that she was trying to improve both their situations. She loves him. She didn't want to divorce him, and that basically they were trying to work it out.
yeah, more specifically, if I'm not mistaken, you said that you mentioned the fact that she was the one running the trucking company and doing
Yes,
a lot of things, and it seems as though Joe Smith wasn't doing anything, or at least Joe Smith was working for the company, I guess.
yes,
But but basically, she was the one in charge. And
yes.
you said indeed that she was, she showed that she is
The leader of the family.
the leader of the family, and by the OnlyFans, she was trying to
Save the boat.
yeah, that's what you said.
That's what I said. A week later,
Are you changing your
I'm not changing my mind. I just changed another angle.
okay?
So the angle I'm changing today is, and that's not like I'm flip-flopping, I'm just sidestepping. When you're a quarterback in the pocket, when the D line is coming for you, you gotta sidestep. So what I believe is that Joe Smith is laying down
Yeah,
and he's being used as a trampoline for her to start a new life.
yeah. I think yeah,
He is her trampoline. She is convinced already that Joe isn't going nowhere. And
yeah,
we're gonna talk about it because she's been doing her rounds.
yeah.
A very disrespectful round to be exact. It's getting more disrespectful. It started. So my assessment of the assessment I had initially is because it wasn't as disrespectful as we are getting in now. This is starting to become very disrespectful what she's doing.
Yeah. Well, because I said last time that it seems as though, I mean, she doesn't respect him, and we agreed on that. But you said
Yeah.
that you agreed on that. You said, but the difference is that I was saying that she's like she's done with him, and you were saying like she doesn't respect him but still wants to take care of him. Let's say I'm paraphrasing. That's why
Yeah,
she's doing
yeah,
it
yeah. Basically what I said.
for them. Joe Smith went on Vlad TV. That's the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
And on the interview, Vlad, the first couple of episodes, of course, he drops it. I mean, I'm not a premium member, so I get it by the day. He talks, he started asking him about how situation went, etc. And yeah, he just told that story, and it seems as though it would have ended there. One of the things that Vlad asked him was, "How do you feel about Cameron, who together with Mace has the It Is What It Is show, sports, it's like a sports show." Cameron was basically interviewing his wife, and
And then,
mid-interview, he said, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, man. I can't stop looking at your cleavage." I don't know why I tried to do an accent, but okay. Sorry. Sorry, Cameron. Wasn't my intention. And yeah, he didn't like it. And he asked her, "Do you think they will break up?" And there's a difference, right? Joe Smith, they both get the same questions.
mhm.
Joe Smith's answers are uh, something along the lines of, we need to we need to see. His wife's answers are, "No, we're good. We're not in trouble. We're good." Like, he's not gonna leave me. KR.
Do
I don't
better.
know if you interpreted it like that,
What?
but to me, it
Say,
was like he's not gonna leave me.
it's not gonna leave. That's why I said last time, right? She's the leader of the. It's like she's the breadwinner. She knows if he leaves, he's down and out.
Mhm.
That's why I mean, at the end, my conclusions were right, but I missed one part that Joe Smith was laying down and being used as a trampoline to monkey branch to the next part of her career.
Yeah, yeah. Because then she went to the podcast to personally give Cameron a massage.
First of all, the way I don't know I don't know if we can show it, but it started real funny because Mace was saying, "I got a surprise for you. I got a surprise for you." And pause. You know the pause game is going on, and you know Mace always likes to grin. Like when he's cooking something, he always likes to.
Yeah,
And then she pops out. Mace started. Cam started
Cam
taking off the shirt. I mean, they put the massage the
table.
table behind the desk. He was laying there. She was giving him back rubs and all stuff. That's not all. That's not a disrespectful part, dude. Then she turns around. I mean, they are in Miami, so we know Miami also has a very interesting scene. A bus, a fan bus.
No.
Well, I'm not. Well, she did the interview with fan bus.
Okay.
Well, she did. Well, I don't know if anything has been recorded, but
Are you serious?
she did a cameo. For those who don't know, the guy you're seeing on the screen, his name is Baby Alien. Baby Alien became quite prominent, a meme actually, when allegedly he lost his V card as a midget
Yeah.
to a quite nice looking lady. You know the meme, right? I can. Where he's crying. You've seen it?
No.
Don't tell me you
Yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah. I did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Him crying like in a
Yeah,
corner,
yeah.
and the girl coming
Yeah, yeah.
to
Let's
see
not
him.
show this. Let's not show the it's creepy video,
But
man. That's all.
anyway, Baby Alien is doing his thing out there, trying to get his V's up. Let's call it this V's up. Well, it is a V. Yeah, that is true. But had a cameo. So this is how the cameo looks. And it's nothing special. So don't be scared. Don't be scared.
And with the
Oh,
milk
you hear it?
Yeah.
with the older women, that's where you really learn.
I heard baby alien was in here. Come here, little
You got
puppy.
me another surprise.
Hey, baby.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh my goodness, what is going on right now?
wow.
Mommy came to
Another
take care of that
surprise?
baby, baby.
Another
ready for this?
surprise? Yeah, I'm
You ready for this?
Of course. Yo, another surprise. I can't believe it. Wow.
Oh, come on, man. This is just
So disrespectful.
yeah. This
This
is
is
really
so disrespectful.
yeah.
This is when I knew it's over. This is trampoline time. That man
Yeah.
is,
Well, I went and checked, and she does have an interview, like 1 hour.
she has an interview, not
Oh yeah, yeah.
because they
Not
also
something else. Yeah.
record
Yeah.
additional scenes.
Okay, I don't know that. I don't know that.
Well, they do that at the fan bus with Baby Alien. Definitely,
Okay, I don't know
Baby
that.
Alien has interviews and also he has additional scenes. He's like the he's like the biggest dude in that scene right now.
Mm.
Everyone
No pun. No pun intended.
well, he's the biggest midget in the scene right now.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's crazy. And not only that, she went on, You know, maybe you have heard of him, Kevin
How
Wesley.
can you let this happen to you, man?
Well, he knew.
Anyway, yeah, continue. Because we're going. I just after that I'm gonna rant. But yeah, continue.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you more to rant about because he also went on Wesley. By the way, both fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's take a look. She did an interview on Kevin Wesley, and shout out to Kevin Wesley. He also interviewed. Do you know the Cheesecake Factory girl?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
Oh
were
yeah,
interviewed
that's
with
why.
them both.
Yeah, I saw him interview both of them, right?
Yeah,
The cheesecake,
together.
yeah, and the
That
guy.
looked
Yeah, yeah,
quite awkward.
yeah, yeah,
The cheesecake guy was sitting there like, what am I doing here?
yeah, yeah,
Am I
yeah. Why did
supposed
I
to
say
be
yes to
here?
this?
Yeah, that looked quite awkward. But shout out to him. Great content creator.
Yeah.
Keep up the good job. But fair use.
Did. Now the world's saying you're wrong, and it's not looking like you thought it would look. They're actually more so understanding what Joe's going through.
Well, then someone needs to help him then. Shaq, can you get a Papa John's?
Wow. Okay. Kids, that was wrong. Joe.
Yeah, I'm out, y'all.
Joe.
I'm out, y'all.
What was wrong about that?
Mm.
The thing she said right there.
You know what I think, KR? Now that I'm thinking, because she has leverage. You know what I think? I think the only thing he might have or is his house. It wouldn't surprise me. Let me put it like this: the
Mhm.
only thing he has is a house, and he got married without a prenup. Oh no, and so if the divorce, he'll lose the last thing.
The last thing he has left.
But this is emasculation at its
Finest.
at its worst.
Yeah, worse.
Well, finest, depending on what your goal is, but it's all him, man. It's all in him.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
You
all
should
on
have cut
him.
her off wrong time ago. Well, but he knew.
Who? Yeah, you knew, but she changed, KR. She changed.
All I'll say is this. I think Joe has to look himself in the mirror, and this is gonna might sound a bit insensible, but pick yourself by the bootstrap. Don't. I mean, I understand you've been talking about depression, but I think he's now about 10 years out of the league. You should you should already have a plan.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's 45. Oh, how old is this guy right now? How old is Joe Smith? He's
no.
48. He's 48.
Yeah, but if you're gonna start now at 48, he should have had it already.
Well, he should have well, he should have had it. Okay, but
'Cause
let's
you-
in
yeah,
this
'cause-
situation.
Yeah,
In this situation, he has a lose-lose.
yeah,
You're gonna lose anyway, so you might as well cut it off and restart everything. Restart the franchise at 48. You have 12 years to get it right
yeah.
before you're 60, man. Because you cannot. This looks bad, man. This looks very bad. Even if it becomes in 10 years, there's 5 years, they'll say it's a skit. It looks bad on Joe.
Yeah.
But you wanted to rent. You have the floor.
Yeah. Men usually reach their peak around their 50s, 55. That's usually when they peak because that's the perfect age where they have the experience, the knowledge, the money, the seriousness. Women develop a bit earlier. Women oftentimes peak earlier. But this is what I want. But I, as you were talking, I realized that athletes are exception to the rule because they oftentimes peak.
They peak like women.
They peak like women early. And so when they're done, it's downhill. It's not like that with women.
You don't. Oh my God!
You see,
You're,
you
you're,
made that. You, I knew I had to say no. It's not like that.
you're trying to get us canceled.
No, because no, because I was talking about the peak,
Not saying
and
that
then,
you're lying, but you're trying
yeah,
to get us canceled.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No,
But
but so they peak. They whoa, they peak at their they peak
before
in
they're
their
30,
twenties, in their
before they're
20s, early 30s.
30, yeah.
Now,
If you don't have a plan, it's downwards. Yeah.
for a lot of people, majority of the athletes, after they stop, it will only go downhill from there. Exceptions to the rule are, for example, Michael Jordan, who continued booming because he had great deals. He had the shoes. He had the shoes.
No, but you're trying to create. There's only a handful of exceptions. There are a lot of exceptions. We just don't hear from them because they're doing well.
Yeah.
But okay,
So no, no, yeah. uh, Semantics.
those
Are
who
we
have
talking about quantity or are we talking about percentage? I'm talking about quantity. I'm talking about percentage. If you talk about quantity, yes, of course. But I'm talking about percentage. A team, let's say a roster has 15 people. Of those 15, how many of them can transition? That's basically the question. If one of them or two of them transition,
in the
it
light of in normal business.
I'm talking about normal business. So at
No, I mean,
post
a lot of them transition. Are you talking about NBA players alone, or are you talking about athletes in general?
athletes in general.
I think a lot transition.
Yeah,
I
but
think
okay,
probably
but
50%, but
you think more than 50%?
I think it's 50%, about 50-50. And it depends on what you
If
say.
the
Like,
if the average player, if the average player goes broke after 3 or 4 years, athlete, the average, then it can never be
what what
50%.
what is the average?
50%. So like the average. So you have like the average NBA player, the average it's just like the amount of players. You just look at the average.
And they retire. So the
So
average, but
if
what?
the average go
So
broke
average is 50%. Go broke after 5 years.
after 3 to 4 years, let's say 5 years, we don't know what happens to the other. Maybe they can endure until they reach.
I like to try to endure like hell
But yeah,
Monday.
but so and there's another thing that plays a role. If they end up here, maybe they won't go broke. But how many of them can stay here with their businesses, for example? And let's say if they're playing, a lot of them don't. Let's say if this is the range, a lot of them don't um, live on a standard. Let's say below their standard. So even then, they live at the top. So for them, it's still going down. Now maybe they're not bankrupt, but it's still a lot of athletes. What I want to say is when they reach it, then it's just a matter of okay, let's see how I can what I can do to not lose everything. And I'm talking about those that stand up in some place and then continue growing. That's what I mean with peak.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they don't. So Magic Johnson is a perfect example of someone that peaked. Some another person that will probably peak is LeBron James. So these are all people that will continue growing because their goals are way further, but a lot of them don't. And so what I want to rant about is basically that as a man or as a person, but especially as a man, the disrespect, the public disrespect It's not one instance. It's not one leaked video or leaked one. Yeah, it was live. It was crazy, but it's not just that. But to continue the piling up continues, and the woman is saying, "Eh, we're good, we're good, we're good. Nothing's gonna happen." That means the woman knows she's got you by the balls, and the sad thing is, it's figuratively. So not even that you're probably so not even the affection you might not get, but you stay there. I had an experience with a colleague of mine who used to talk trash about her boyfriend, the father of her children. Where
Ooh.
are you? Where's my food?
Oh,
You know I have to eat at 12.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's always late. Like talk, and I thought to myself, the first time I met him and I shook his hand, I thought to myself, he's a nice guy. He's a great guy. I don't know him personally, but it seems like a good guy. Hey, this guy, if the woman wants, if the woman wants to eat pancakes at 9:47, the guy goes and buys pancake for him. So whatever, so that type of guy, and the woman was talking trash about it.
No respect at all.
No respect. But if you look at him, the pictures, he's so the pictures like couple, we're a good couple, etc. I think she doesn't know how to talk to men, but
But he accepts it.
he accepts it. That's where I want to go. Because the only reason why she can talk like that is because he made it he made it seem like it's okay. If I talk about I can have problems in my relationship, you can have trouble in your relationship, but it's private. But if I talk trash about my partner, next time I mean everyone will have an idea of, the person. They would have like an idea of it's not correct to do.
Not
So
in the open. Well, others
no,
are.
you need to be able to hold each other accountable. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is you can't, you, there are limits. Now, not everyone gets those lessons at home, but in a relationship, you should teach someone how you want to be treated and how you want to be loved and respected. And if the person cannot, well, now they have two babies together, so it's a bit difficult now, but
Do they have kids?
I said baby, yeah, it's baby daddy. Yeah. So not baby daddy, like a real. They have kids together, two kids.
Damn.
So the guy is.
Are grown kids or?
Um, they have like I think
Teenagers?
15 years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
Tough. The dude is trying to hold it together, but she doesn't want to. Imagine your mom trying to do this. Oh my god.
But I think I think that they're not feeling it, KR. They're not feeling it because they
Probably they've
both
seen it already.
no,
They
they
see it
both
on a daily basis. You know.
they both have the, like, they have, middle income. You have enough to feel comfortable. But if anything changes, so if the ground shifts, then it's over. And with a woman like that, or put it like this, or she must be doing something very well to keep them. I think that has to be it.
I mean, she was a pro, right? So
She wasn't a pro. Oh, that one, yeah, yeah.
You're talking about. I was already back to Kisha.
No, 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 no. I was talking about the
Oh, you're
example.
talking about. So okay, okay. Oh, I'm Jesus. So
Oh,
Joe.
the kids together. You thought
Oh, yeah,
Joe?
I
No,
was.
not.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, they have. Oh, okay, okay. Jesus. Okay, we're back to your story.
Now we're done with my story. Now we go back to Joe's story.
Okay, so Joe doesn't have kids with Kisha, right?
I don't know. It doesn't
Uh,
seem like that.
it doesn't seem like it. But only thing you gotta pray. You never. So as a man, you pray to God. You don't find yourself in a situation like that, the one you described before. Not the, well, also the Joe Smith one. Pray to God. You never end up in that situation because it will be a very, very high cost situation when you're trying to divorce her. In his situation, because you're being disrespected, maybe you've normalized it already, that you
Mhm.
don't even know that you're being abused because this is abuse. This is abuse. This is every form of abuse. Financial abuse, because, well, we talked about it on Monday. Well, we didn't go deep into the financial abuse part. But these days, people say if you refuse to pay something for your wife, that could be considered financial abuse. If you don't give her maybe something, you refuse to pay, let's say, whatever bill, that could be financial manipulation. Is this her way to abusing the guy? The guy seems battered.
Yeah.
He seemed, he looks like a battered man who doesn't know what choice he has to make. Joe, Joe, I think first of all, by the way, one thing I want to say about the average player going out broke in the NBA after their NBA career. Most of the times they go broke because they didn't have a plan during their career, and they don't have a plan after.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main reason. So that's why I was saying the average guy without a plan will go broke. That's what I wanted to put into that rant you had.
All right.
Because if you have a plan, you can make it work. If you don't have a plan, you start blowing the money during your career because you don't have the end goal in sight.
Yeah.
You will start overspending, thinking your career will last 1, 2 decades. And then at the end, you only play 5 years because you got injured.
Yeah.
Now you blew half of your money, so you have 30 years to go on 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that. Without any skills, without any plan. So that's why I think you have to really, these guys read, I mean, you cannot teach an ignorant person how to do things right. It's tough. That's very hard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's very hard. But you can only hope that they can see the light and build the career and also a career after, before their career during the NBA ends. Gotta build towards that. You see that more often these days, so I have to say. I think the old school players, both in NFL and both in NFL and in NBA, weren't as focused on their brands as they do now and building towards something outside of the league. It seems like sometimes the average basketball these days is more focused on what is happening off the court than on the court. But
Yeah.
maybe it's me.
It's uh it's understandable as well. I think some to a certain extent they get told to do so. because they can for the marketing, for their own branding and things of that nature. So it's probably something that also plays a role. But some people take it KR to the extreme, because some people deliberately try to expose themselves, and other people do things without realizing that the whole world is seeing, and that they might not have something to lose, but their husbands might.
A
A
liability,
liability.
just like Kisha.
Yeah. I saw that the boyfriend of, so on another news, the wife of Bill Burr was flipping.
True. Um, we usually don't cover political and do stuff, but we had to do this because it seems like she is putting Bill Burr in a peculiar situation
Yeah.
by
Now I
doing
have
it.
to say, now I have to say, I haven't heard. I don't know if Bill Burr talks what his opinions are on the on Trump. So maybe he doesn't mind, but to, to physically flip off a
Former
former
president,
president,
maybe also a future president. Who knows?
and maybe a future president, but the physically
Yeah, it's
flip
crazy.
flip him off while you have something to lose.
Yeah, but you know
You're not
what?
a nobody.
Cameras are all over the place, so you gotta be aware of stuff like this. And
Not only that, cameras all over the place, but cameras are focused on him as well.
yeah, that's the sad thing. No awareness, a total liability.
And you're sitting at the front. So that's where the VIP. So you know that the cameras are there because they want to show who's in the house.
It's beyond me, but I have to say this, and I've been saying this for years. Both sides are a bunch of idiots. And I'm talking about political side. Because they
Yeah.
always say the snowflakes this, the snowflakes that. Then turn around. What is it again? We love Brandon.
Do you love Brandon?
We love Brandon.
Oh yeah, yeah, we love Brandon.
The
Yeah,
Brandon stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Brandon stuff has been going wild. And this happened. People start crying like, who's now the? I mean, you've been saying we. It's not we love Brandon. What do they say there? It was
Thank you, Brandon, or something.
let's go Brandon. That's what it
Yes.
is. Let's go Brandon. And then this happens. People cry their eyes out. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Twitter, Twitter is not the poll. You shouldn't poll Twitter because there's a lot of weirdos out there. You shouldn't poll it as the average American or anyone in the world. But uh, uh, you would believe that she deleted Trump.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, that's I'm exaggerating, of course, but the way people react to this stuff, reacted to.
So they find it great.
No, they don't find it great.
Mm.
I mean, the on the side of Trump, I'm talking about
Mhm.
the reaction people gave her. It's like when people find out about the Go Brandon stuff. So
Mm.
they are both
Sensitives.
weaklings, both on both sides,
Yeah.
sensitive crybabies. The
Yeah.
only one can scream louder than the other. That's the only difference there is.
Yeah. Well, the thing is very interesting to me when I hear people discuss sometimes friendships broken, families torn apart
Over
due to
politics.
due to politics, and we saw it with um, Sam Bankman of FTX. they're financing both sides.
Yeah.
So instead of people, I can understand it, Kia. Instead of people looking at the results, they give the binary mindset. It's either this or that, and if I'm this, then you're that, and if you're that, then you're evil. It's it's a very, and then the way people go about it, the hate, the it's very fanatic, almost like a sports game.
Almost. That's
And
all.
you
Everything is a sports games these days.
and you're
You won't
like,
believe it. You can break down even what is happening right now with a pew pew all over the world. It's like people are rooting for a baseball team or a football team,
yeah, yeah,
putting
it's a,
the emblem of the club on your Facebook to
yeah,
support, putting
yeah,
the emblem of the club on your Instagram to support.
yeah, that's true. It's like the World Cups.
Well, I don't want to be part of this World Cup. Please stop it. Stop it while we can before we start
The
raising.
World Cup.
Let's.
Anyways, man, but
Anyway,
yeah,
but
it has a liability. It
it's a
has a
liability.
liability. At the same time, because it's a very binary, because the US is a very binary state, I'm probably sure that the other half is really rooting it and thinking that it's a good idea. So that's the
Yeah, the problem is, however, is that I think the half of Trump consumes more of his content than the other half.
that's true.
So you're alienating one. Wait a second. And by the way, this half seems to have also more money than the other half. So
That's
you're
true.
alienating the ones with
Yeah,
to bring in the ones that are broke.
that's true.
No tickets being sold anymore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see what will happen. Um, I don't think, to be honest, I if this was any other president, the career would have. I mean, the backlash would have been
Yeah. I mean, this
more.
is a good
I
story.
mean,
But
but yeah,
anyway, I think people will forget in 2 weeks.
yeah. I think they forgot it already. What a surprise! People have a short term memory.
Memories. What
And
people are not oh,
what did you say?
no, it's I wanted to say what people are not forgetting is Keke Palmer.
It's Keke Palmer.
It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. It started all when Darius Jackson, her boyfriend, and the father of her child, Keke Palmer. Because I hate that word, that term, baby mama, baby daddy. Seems like I find it quite ghetto-ish. He's the father of your kid.
Hmm.
But okay. The father
They
of
they don't even put the apostrophe s. It's just it's like a baby daddy,
yeah.
not my baby's dad, because it's my baby's daddy or baby's father, like baby daddy. Me my baby daddy.
Baby daddy, yeah. Her baby's father was trying to regulate when when she went out with her friends to a usher show. He saw her out there showing the goods, showing the assets to everyone who was there. He didn't think it was right and said something about it on Twitter. Back then, Twitter, now it's X. And it backfired for him. He had to delete the Twitter or put it on deactivated for a while. Came back. They broke up, and then it seemed like they were back together. And now I think we talked about this last week as well. He is being accused of harassment. Actually, uppercut type of harassment.
Sparring.
Hands and feet type of harassment to the chin.
Mm.
While simultaneously, Keke requested a restraining order and sole custody of their baby. One thing we talked about before is it seemed like Darius was the primary caregiver of the baby in all the videos.
The
He was
baby.
walking with the baby.
The
Huh?
baby. The baby.
What did I say then?
The baby.
The baby, yeah. He was carrying the baby, the grown man on his shoulder while they were walking in.
Yeah.
No, but the baby.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about it shortly last week, but I think this looks like a silver bullet. And you gotta ask yourself, what is a silver bullet? KR? I have the silver bullet for you. I have a short description of what a silver bullet is. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's take a look at how it can happen. Well, it's not happening. Give me a second. Give me a second. I don't know why it's not playing. Some way, somehow, it seems like they cut off my. But RJ,
Yeah.
give me your 2 cents on this while I re-upload this stuff.
Yeah, well, to me, when I heard the video, because of course I had my way of thinking first, well, I was totally wrong.
Around this.
I could hear that, yeah, but I was totally wrong because first it seems as though Keke was like making a power play. When this whole story broke, I was like, whoa, this is completely different. It was more toxic than I mean, I did think it was toxic, but so I was right. At least I was right about the toxicity, but the role players I had wrong. But still, a man is probably feeling powerless because I mean Keke is balling and he's not, and he might need to, he might try to compensate by being abusive, manipulative, just to feel like he's the man. I mean, that's what I think is going on. That's what I think is going on.
The problem is, and I think we talked about it last week, is that they haven't released the video.
No,
They
only the
released
pictures.
frames and specific frames
Yeah.
where it seems like Keke is laying on her back and he's standing on top of her. We don't know the context of anything. I hope we can see that in the future so we can create another video about it. But for now, we have to do it with frames. But one thing I know is that there is such thing as a silver bullet. And the video is working now, so I can share it again. And sometimes it happens where people get accused of things they haven't done. All trying to alienate the parent from the kid.
This.
It's no fun around there without you.
I'm sorry.
This was Father's Day
Fair use.
2011. And according to Neil, it was the last time he saw his kids because of a restraining order that was quickly issued against him. Part of what journalist Michael Volpe refers to as the silver bullet technique.
Silver bullet technique is when during custody or divorce, usually it's the woman, though not always, uses either bogus or just false allegations of abuse to get a restraining order, which is then used as leverage in that divorce or custody.
Volpe writes about it in his book, bullied to death about a case similar to Shelton's. And he says it's increasingly becoming the legal weapon of choice.
Look, it's not called a silver bullet technique because it happens a few times a year. It's called a silver bullet technique because it's prevalent enough that they have a term for it.
What shocks Volpe is that the restraining order kept getting reissued for years.
He's never been arrested for domestic violence. There's no evidence of domestic violence.
There was even testimony to that in court, and the state did an assessment of Neil. They determined that he was not a threat to his children either.
And I think...
Wow.
So I'm not saying, I mean, it's a very interesting video that gives you a bit of insight of the tactics that can be used in situations like that. I'm not saying he hasn't done anything. The only thing I'm saying is there are ways to put someone in a bad lighting. Let's wait until we see the full video.
Yeah.
But I also agree with you. Both can be right? It could be that the guy might be feeling himself a bit more, I'm saying, emasculated, for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to yank the power back. And that could also be, I mean, we talked about it. Sims can be very dangerous to you.
Yeah.
Sims have their emotions not in control in general. And in this case, it seems like, he's a very emotional guy. At the same time, there are also audios leaking out. RJ. Audio of phone conversations between
the mom,
Keke, and Darius. First of all, I've listened to the whole audio. It seems like the mom knows way too much about the whole situation. I understand you got to protect your kid. But it seems like the mom is the third person as well in that relationship. She also threatened the guy with a silver bullet. And not figuratively a silver bullet. She was talking about you gotta get a bullet in your dome. Let's take a quick listen. This is wild, by the way. I don't understand how they leak this stuff.
Yeah. Bro, I've seen this like 20 different times, Sharon. It doesn't faze me anymore. None of what y'all do faze me anymore. Come on now. Where's my son at? Where's my son at? Okay.
Did she call him immigrant? Is he from an immigrant family? She called him immigrant. Beep, beep, beep.
That's what I'm about to do.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You are a dickless.
I'm sure.
I don't know what the my daughter just showing you. Lip dick.
Yo.
Crazy. She's talking crazy. Imagine talking to the father of your grandkids like this. Something is wrong with everyone in this situation. I'm about to fix it.
That's what you raised. That's what you raised. Okay.
Yo.
I'm gonna speak that one back.
No.
Mama raised. What did his mama raise? A bunch of salami smugglers. Imagine this, your mother-in-law or the grandmom of your kids talking to you like this.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, let me go back.
Okay. I'm sure.
Your mom is one too.
I'm sure. Okay. Yep. All right, so about a bullet.
I might get somebody to
All right. So about that bullet again.
You keep fucking with me, you might get a kick in your ass.
Okay.
Keep fucking with me.
Yeah. Oh man. Should I continue?
Let's continue.
This is
'Cause I'm
crazy.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that she also did what she's calling his mom out to be. In her day, she was also.
Yo, by the way, just imagine, RJ. We're only 1 minute in of 6.
Wow, no, that's a lot. Well, we're not gonna do the whole.
I'm not gonna do the whole 6. I'm not gonna. We have a show to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you another 10 seconds.
Don't know who you dealing with.
Y'all have no idea who you stepped up and played with, but it's all
I
good.
tried to be nice to you.
Yeah.
I tried to be nice because I thought you had some mental problems.
Nope.
So I tried to be
I tried to be nice to you because I thought you had some mental problems.
nice. But you gonna talk about my daughter? You gonna harass my daughter? You gonna talk about Usher? Usher is gay. You and your stupid family, y'all don't even understand the business. Usher is gay, guys.
Told her to put some clothes on.
Gay.
Wait. Did she say what I think she said?
Somehow, Usher got shots heading his way while this was being leaked. Are they putting out Usher's business like this? That's why I said I'm gonna give you 10 extra seconds because I knew that was pause. Oh man. But it's crazy, right?
Did
I'm not gonna
Usher get involved in this conversation?
only
man.
because she was
Dancing,
there. And
yeah.
then somehow the mom is trying to say Usher is not what you think he is. Usher is just like you, a celebrity smuggler. Oh man, hey Darius, man. Maybe Darius is being set up here, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see how
What's-
this work. This pans.
What's interesting to see is how women, men too, I guess, when they try to attack men, they go straight to the homophobic slangs, man. The homophobic slurs.
Which makes you ask
What do they think of?
those.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, what do they it's like
Of-
because
yeah.
she was listen, she was basically calling him gay
Yeah.
as an insult.
As an insult. That means that there is a bad connotation to being
Yeah.
gay.
Yeah. So now-
But that's always with women, right? They are great friends with gay people, and then
Yeah.
they turn around
and this
disrespect,
so
like,
they're
for the lack
yeah.
of because I want to use it in context. They turn around and they don't disrespect the father of their kid. They turn around and disrespect the baby daddy
Yeah, maybe that,
for being what their great friend is.
yeah.
It's like
It's a double standard. It's one of many double standards. But it just baffles me how she used being gay and getting popped as
that's crazy. She was talking about the bullet in the guy's head, man. Oh man.
yeah. Well, the point you made about a silver bullet, that's a good one. I didn't know of it.
You didn't
but
know about it?
I know the tactic. I didn't know it was called silver bullet.
Oh, okay.
I do know that when the time comes, oftentimes they get the. It happens a lot. So they take one app out of context, and then but that's in itself one thing. But and then a restraining order. I mean, this is So this is not a laughing matter of what I'm about to say. I don't know why I'm laughing. Well, I'm laughing not to cry. I'm
Yeah,
laughing
yeah, yeah,
not to
yeah,
cry.
yeah. So you
I'm
don't.
laughing, yeah. But sometimes, as a man, you need to. Sometimes a man that wants to be there for his kids needs to turn around and walk away because of what the mom is doing. Because you might fight a restraining order, but there comes a point in life where, and that you have to walk away because of the mom's doing. Expect that the kid will grow up with traumas. You will feel bad and powerless, and then you hope that when the kid is older and you meet him, you can explain to him or her what happened, and you would hope that the kid will listen.
Yeah.
We discussed here on this channel the Curtis, 50
Mhm.
Cent,
50
Curtis Jackson's son, forgot his name, going live and saying that his father was a bum, never took care of him, etc. And basically, 50 said, "Well, not with the to sum it up, blame your mom, and yeah, and you're being influenced by your mom, and that's why you talk like that."
Not only that, years later, he came back and tried to reconcile with his dad.
Yeah,
And 50 told him to F up.
yeah,
F off.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I totally agree with you on that. Sometimes you have to make the hardest choice. And of course, what I want to say is also that if you choose to always try to record, keep recordings of you trying to get in touch. So for example, you have to prove at the end to the kid that you were trying during your time. And you can
Yeah,
always then explain that your
yeah,
mom was not cooperating.
yeah.
And you hope they can understand. If not,
Yeah, I mean, you can send birthday letters and gifts, and your mom decides not to give them to you.
yeah, but you have to record that you
Yeah,
send.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So to your point.
Yeah.
So I'm just uh, elaborating on what you
Yeah,
said.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the thing, and that's the only thing you can do. Sometimes it's better to remove yourself of a toxic situation,
yeah.
and that could mean that, of course, you cannot see your kid as often as you want to. Not saying that that's the best way, but sometimes you have to choose yourself
I
because
think what.
you
Yeah,
can end
continue.
up being depressed over this.
Yeah, you can easily.
I mean, there have been guys that have deleted themselves over
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. Well, I can tell you that I have experienced a lot. I've seen a lot of things as a lawyer in these types of matter. Although I don't do family law, well, I do it, but fun, very little, like very certain specific cases. I do now because I have yeah, mostly in contract law, etc. But sometimes when people, let's say my clients want to divorce and there's not a beef, they both agree that they should divorce. We just draft a contract with the agreements, term and ask for a divorce, and it's not a problem. It's basically a type of contract, you can say. But at the end of the day, I've seen so many things, and I still see them day in day out. How kids fall victim to parents' arguments, parents' disputes, and as a kid, you don't know any better, and the parents don't give a f. They will just do what they do. They will use the kids to punish the other parent. It's like it's a very sick thing. It's a very sad thing. There's nothing you can do about it. The kids, and that's why KR. When I say, you know what, I want to travel, and I want my kids to travel. And people will tell you, no, but you should stay in one place if you have kids. Of course, it's easier. You should stay in one place if you have kids, because if you keep traveling, the kids will not feel grounded. They will not feel like they have a home, and then they will just keep flying. They will be like basically nomads, and they will have traumas. And I'm like, yeah, well, the kids are gonna have traumas either way. It's better that they are in a healthy environment where they know they're loved. And if I want my kids, for example, I don't have kids, but in the future, I rather to, let's say, for them to, let's say, have seen half of the world by the time they're 18, 19, so they know so many things that are outside of their circle. And if that comes with certain traumas, then it does. And then hopefully I would have taught them, given them the tool as well to deal with it, instead of saying, no, you know what, we're going to stay in one country, and then there's not going to be a trauma. That's simply not realistic. In any case, any final thoughts on this?
No, I think we have to see how the play develops. I'm not gonna make the usual joke because this is a sad matter. The kid will. We've said this. I've said this multiple times during this whole Darius Jackson, Keke Palmer situation. At the end, it's gonna be the kid that's gonna be traumatized or growing up with either hating one parent or hating the other, not liking the one, whatever information will be fed to him or her. I don't know if it's him or her, but it's sad. And I think I'm not sure. It seems like the guy wanted to see the kid, and then somehow he's getting berated by the mom. While Kiki is sitting next to him or standing next to him. But
Yeah.
it's very weird.
Well, yeah.
Later on in the audio, she was talking about the grandma saying that the mother of Darius is nuts, and that Darius is nuts for anyway. This is
They're
just
all
dysfunctional.
cuckoo.
You can be rich and still be dysfunctional.
They're
That's
all cuckoo.
what it shows.
Yeah, they're all cuckoo. In any case,
I didn't see that.
I have no clue, man. This is something. It's like I don't know how this works, but
You are all
when
cuckoo.
when I want to, it doesn't. Yeah, now it
Now it
does, and
does. Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Hey, in any case, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you have any
You're
thoughts,
closing out already.
yeah.
But
Oh, you want to talk about it? You want?
let's close out. Let's close out. Let's not talk about the Queen's landlord who deleted his tenants that didn't pay since COVID.
Well, you're talking about it, aren't you?
Now we're talking about it, guys. It's a sad pay your rent. That's all I'll say. These people are crazy. Don't believe the hype about people saying rent is stealing, because I think that's a narrative that I've seen on internet that it's exploitation.
Mm-hmm.
You might run up into the wrong landlord that is, and before you know it, you're gonna be. He might have a pressure. The guy, they asked him why he did it. He said pressure, pure pressure. So this is like, when someone
Flips.
you know, Joker. I'm gonna paraphrase the Joker. Sometimes people are just one situation away from flipping.
Yeah.
And it seems like he flipped because he had problems with his girlfriend. She was also deleted. And then he went and deleted the tenants that didn't pay him since COVID. And I thought lawyers can hold the
Oh my God. So
it's 2020. We're almost 2024.
yeah. But
20
KR, with
Oh, yeah,
KR.
I know why you're laughing. I said it twice.
No. That's another thing. We're living in a time. I mean, everyone is under pressure because the world is moving so fast. So everyone is under pressure. A couple of shows back, we talked about the neighbor that went up and deleted the neighbor. So the neighbor who was living above,
Oh, yeah, we talked about it.
because they were playing music or whatever, and he's filed a lot of complaints, and the police didn't do anything. So he went there.
And took matters in his
He took
own
matters.
hands.
He knocked on the door. The husband came out, and the son and the wife. The husband went back in, grabbed a knife, put it to his
No,
neck,
a scissor.
a scissor, a scissor. He put it to his neck. Didn't do anything. Turned around, created space,
And
and
send him to
like
the bosom of Abraham.
like Dave Chappelle said, after that it was just Jamaica, buckshot. It was a Jamaica right there, right?
Why, dude? Why? Oh my God.
And we also talked about the
Yo, why
we-
did I thought about that one, man? It was all Jamaica.
well,
Oh man, it's a
we
sad.
all-
I'm not laughing about the situation, right?
KR, yeah, but
Clear, because these idiots out here might turn around and they're gonna clip this out anyway. And if they're trying to cancel,
we also talked. Yeah, well, listen. We also talked about the lawyer, the Panamanian lawyer, who was a lawyer in the U.S. on the highway driving, and he was blocked by some protesters. So the road was blocked by some protesters who were protesting something that had to do with the mines. Was it the mines or something?
yeah, mine in Panama.
And the dude stepped out, started moving some of the roadblocks, got some backlash from the protesters, and he also went Jamaican. It's just a world. We live in a world where everyone is on the edge, man. So you need to
Seems like it. It's more. It seems lately with the downturn of the economy and all
the
that stuff,
pressure. Yeah.
everyone is like ready to pop off, man.
Yeah.
And you're right. Be safe out there. Pay your rent. Don't think. Ask yourself, and don't be out here. If ask yourself before you do something that could turn out either way. Is my life worth the risk I'm about to take?
Yeah.
Because people flip. Dude, you know how crazy that is? The guy deleted his own girlfriend because they were, and it's always like he don't talk to nobody around in the neighborhood. A resident, also neighbor who spoke, recalled how the accused was initially friendly when he first moved in, but quickly turned cold. He was kind of okay and never had a problem.
Is this a different story or the same story?
Same story. It's the same story because they moved in right next to them.
Mhm.
He don't talk to nobody. Another person who spoke to her said they got a similar vibe from the suspected killer. So they're talking about the guy who deleted him. He is friendly to some people, not friendly to others. I'm in the second category. Well, I think you're a lucky one today. I don't know why. He just is very standoffish towards me, but it is sometimes people just snap. And Joker said it in one of the movies. I think one of the Batman movies. Well, some people are just one bad. Oh no, it wasn't the Joker. Was it the Joker or was it the half face? Some people are just one bad day away of becoming their worst nightmare. Whatever it happens, guys, try to avoid these situations because it is crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah.
Pay your rent. Don't try to avoid paying rent for 3 years. What you know how crazy that looks, by the way, towards the disrespect the landlord probably felt. Not saying that it's a good thing that he did, but people try to
Listen,
you're a
in
fool.
yeah. So there are two things. You have situations where something happens and you flip something so great happen. It triggers you, so you go from 0 to 100 real quick. And you have the situation where your cup runneth over, which means you take it and you take it and you take it and you accept it and you stay nice and you try, and then you try this road and then you try that road, and there comes a point where it becomes too much. So those are the two situations that cause someone to flip. And yeah, it's a shame. It's an unfortunate story, but like I said, we're living times where everyone is under pressure. We need to do it now. We need to do it now. Tomorrow, everyone has a right. No one has obligations. Everyone has rights. And then yeah, you make a you you look for a permanent solution to a temporary problem, because the consequences are permanent.
Yep.
In
Now
any
you're
case,
standing there
yeah,
and crying.
yeah. Now I can start the show. I know Kara wanted to talk about this story from the get go. Hey guys, let us know now what you thought about all the stories, including the last one. Whatever your thoughts are, you just share it with us. We really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, hit that like button as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell. And don't forget to share the video with your friends, your family, and your enemies. If you want to check out our sports related topic as well, we encourage you to check out our sports channel, X Game Plan, where we dissect and discuss trending sports topic. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see each other in the next one. Till next time.
Please.
Peace.
Imagine your baby mama talking to you crazy like that.